E-rank. Okay, so I'll invite everybody again. So we've got sound and camera on. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I'm going to just put it in there. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So that should be all right. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Whew, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Yeah. Yeah, he's going to call me back in an hour, so we're all right. We have an hour. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Mary, thank you for returning. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So today I've been doing a lot of just checking out, really. Been just laying in bed, been checking out what's going off around the world and how a place it's gone crazy, and because it's not reported, people don't really believe it when you speak to them. I mean, I was showing my mum and dad today, and they can see, these places like California and Florida, San Francisco is a big one. They're like shanty towns. They look like shanty towns. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Okay, that's okay. So, one more. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Mary, okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Oh, I can't do this. Anyway, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. So I'm doing something. I'm learning something new. I'm not going to go into it too much, not until I've got the hang of it. So I'm learning something new, and I've got a lot of guidance, which is what I need, because I'm just daft when it comes to certain things. Hare Krishna to you, Juggle. It's nice to see you while I'm live. Hare Krishna. And no, I don't know. I've just read it that Eric has written, I thought you got mad at me. No, not at all. After what I've been through and how the other devotees have got mad, angry at me and don't like me for going through purification. I'm not mad at you, because I know how intense and difficult. It's even more difficult if we don't surrender to the bona fide spiritual master. If we don't have that link, to the Lord, it's much more difficult. I'm having an okay time, with so many things happening. I'm so fortunate and lucky that it's happening at this time when lots of crazy things are happening to me. And I'm I'm kind of taking it in my stride. I'm taking it in my stride now, because it's all temporary. Those words are so important, especially when you hear them from an ecstatic devotee, an empowered devotee. The words are powerful. If you take the words and you take them in, you don't fight with them, don't stop them coming in, and you actually listen to them and hear them. They're really powerful. I listen to Maharaj, and sometimes he says things to me are really difficult to take. But who's listening? It's usually I'm a bit, what's Maharaj going to say to me to make me freak out? Sorry, make my the illusionary identification self freak out, meaning the false ego doesn't like what words. But then, when you listen to those words again and you're not in that place where the false ego has some attention, you feel the power of the words. You feel how you embrace them, and then you feel the experience, because you go through it. You go through what Maharaj suggests, and also for me, Lalita, what she suggests is always to help me. And I listen and I listen and I listen. Sometimes I'm like, I'm not listening to that. And then after a while, because after a while, I realize that I don't understand, and Lalita is right. And their words are extremely powerful. I mean, I was really unwell a few weeks ago, and because so many things are happening, and it's all the unknown. I haven't dealt with a lot of the things that are happening to me at the moment, but so be it, because I'm sure it's going to take its toll after dialyzing for 33 years and not being able to eat and nourish the body. Well, I don't know. It must be from another life, because I'm still here and I don't nourish my body as much as it should, I don't think. I mean, I do, but I have to be careful how much I do nourish it, what supplements and vitamins and minerals really is the big one. But I'm still here. So I must be doing something right. Okay. So because I have this relationship with the Lord, Maharaj is finally, he awoken the Lord, planted the seed that I had been looking for, more so than anything really, because I didn't know how to love. I didn't really have affection for things. I didn't really, even myself, until And I was, and also the kind of love that I received from the people that I really felt like were the people that would help me grow. And they didn't have it. Having that seed of devotion just growing inside and hearing Maharaj every day, being able to purify the heart out to be much more softer and much more embracing, and being kinder and actually growing up, and not like, ignoring certain things because you're still a child. Now it's about everyone, more people, not just yourself. Before, yeah, of course, charity begins at home. That is the only way this can work. As we get stronger, to a certain point, we can start sharing as we move through, as we walk along the bridge hand in hand with Maharaj and the devotees to arrive into the spiritual world and leave this world behind. Not only do we grow under the shelter, mercy of Lord Caitanya just emanating through Maharaj, but also, we become more grounded in the spirit. We become more settled. We become more, our consciousness is raised some more. And I see that, I said it, did I say? That peace was making me feel bored. Oh, 1 minute. But peace, not had peace before. I've been mistaking it as boredom. But in that peace that I have been mistaken as boredom has protected me, sheltered me, allowed me to carry on, to continue to get out my bed in the morning, continue to follow this path, staying away from that which doesn't really help me. Not now, being a witness. Witnesses, Shama Gauri, Hare Krishna to you. Being a witness for Maharaj is the greatest thing ever. To be able to share. Sorry. Okay. My phone's got a virus. Oh, what's happened there? I've got really dark. I don't know what happened. Okay. What was I saying? Hare Krishna to you and good evening, Shama Gauri. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Yeah, with all the things that are going off now, with everything, the protection of really knowing it's temporary and it's not real, really knowing that, really feeling that I have this protection. I can carry on. I've been sitting in, I've left my room twice today, and yeah, I feel sheltered. I feel okay with all the things that are happening, rising out of them, realizing they're temporary. But all of this, how I feel now, which is so much different to before, where, with all these things, and there weren't as many things happening, but with all these things, there would be worry and anxiety and stress, a bit of fear, being scared. But actually, I think I'm more scared when I have to go through an operation or not knowing what's going to be the outcome. But anyway, now I'm much stronger, and there's more things happening now. There's collectively and personally, there's more things happening to me. Loads of things, lots of movement, lots of energy, energetic energy moving about. And because I have the shelter, because the Lord is situated by growing bigger and bigger in my heart, as well as that seed of devotion, which actually changes you, changes your vibrations, and I'm more of a human being, or shall I say? Yeah, devotee person. I don't know which one is it. I don't know. I like myself now, going through all of this purification with Maharaj. I have no reason to not like myself. And I'm saying it for the first I've said it a few times now, but at 51, that I actually like myself, because I've been going through clearing of all of those things that nobody else can seem to get rid of for us. We can get temporary, and what's the word? We can hide them temporarily, with drugs, alcohol, or any kind of material engagements that we have, play we have. And but I like myself, because with hearing from Maharaj, Guru Haridas, we've had the chance, the opportunity to walk the greatest path ever, and to, as he cleared us out, simply by hearing the powerful words emanating from him, of God, the word of God, has changed us, because that vibration has been our shelter, has been our protection, has been really our everything. So Maharaj has made this conducive space for us to be able to grow. It's dangerous out there. There's lots of dangerous things going on, especially now. And this is a safe space. The Lord is our shelter. We're sheltered, and we have every opportunity to be able to grow more. We cannot grow. If we were just babies, we cannot grow without our parents and children, toddlers. We cannot grow without them. Even however old we get, we're still children, and we cannot grow without our parents. Oh, people think they're older and they don't need their parents anymore. Well, no, they don't. In a way, they need their real parents who are pure in their love for us. Because in that vibration of pure love, we can grow. And that love emanates from Maharaj. That pure, unconditional love, which whatever we've done, wherever we've gone, whatever we've said, whatever has happened, we can finally just say, you know what? We can't do anything about it. Enough is enough. We can change it, but we can't undo it, but we can change it. We can change. The only place we can do that is here, under the shelter of your real parents, emanating through the living, breathing, bona fide spiritual master who is here. He's here like we are here. Whilst we have this, we're in this shadow vibration of form. We're here. We need to link out. We need to hold on to the parampara. So no matter what we do, we're holding on to spirit, to divine spirit, and we're protected and held and supported and sheltered. It's a really great environment and a great way, what's another word, to really keep growing, but growing naturally into spirit and truth, not form. We end up attaching ourselves to too many things in form. Now we're lifting our consciousness into spirit and truth, and there's nowhere else to go. There's no other way to go. There's only one door to the spirit and truth. Hold Maharaj's hand and he'll take you there. The devotees will take you there. You might not be used to it at first, but you'll get used to it, because you grow and change. You are relieved of all the illusions and delusions that you have been identifying with. They are cut down. Just cut it down. That's why, we need the plow, because some of them are so rooted, deeply rooted in us. It takes a bit of cutting and pruning, to cutting and pulling some of these conditionings and programmings that we have got, that we'll die for them. Beliefs and concepts, we'll die for them, and they're all illusionary, they're all delusions, and we need to just cut them down out of us, so we can't even give them our focus. But this way we don't give them our focus, less and less anyway, as we just focus upon the Lord, going through the purification will give us that focus, will give us that protection, and will give us that trust and faith in Maharaj and what he's doing for us, as we can see where we're going with examples of the teachings of the Lord, where we're going, what's going to happen to us. We just got to keep following this path. The same at school, but different. We follow paths and things, at school we do things, we pass them, we move on, we pass them, we move on, we pass them, we move on. Same as here. Whereas those things that we learn at school and pass, it's just temporary knowledge, however intelligent and however educated we are, if we don't have that relationship with the Lord and learn about the Lord, all that temporary stuff will go, and it's there's no purpose to it, no meaning to it. Whereas on this, and we are learning, we are growing, people are growing and learning, but it's only stuff that is temporary, that is even actually not useful for this world any longer with the things that are happening. Sorry, Eric, you're saying I have the same problem with peaceful softness. It's weird to feel the calmness of Krishna. It's been weird, but I'm getting used to it. It's nice. Not to move my body, to fidget or move into bodily activity. Oh, well, you know what? I think it won't grow from that. No, it won't. Sorry, it will grow from that. It has for me. I move around and I still feel that peace. Move around and I feel that peace. And it's like nothing ever before. And that peace within now that has been cleaned out and cleared out and created that space, for the Lord to grow. I was going to say something. And this peace has happened because of clearing out and because of hearing from Maharaj and clearing out all of that, what do we call it? Can I call it that? I don't think so. All of those, all of our karma, just our reactions to what we've been up to here. The more we clear out, Eric, the more the heart will be cleaned. The heart is softened. Any poison within and around the heart is extinguished, or evaporated. I don't know the right word. And it's a process, and that process has brought the softness. And you know what? It's weird because we don't ever feel, unless we go through this process with somebody who is real, a bona fide spiritual master who's real and can do, what he says on his tin, on his we're not used to it. We're not used to feeling peaceful and soft and gentle and calm under the shelter of our Lord Krishna. We're not used to it. So, here in this group that we have, this family group, things are happening where, this is what's meant to happen. We're meant to feel these things as we go through more and more purification, leaving the illusions and delusions and, our identifications upon them to being who we really are. Excuse me, I don't know. It just went off. Being who we really are and being able to grow in this safe space that is protected, sheltered by the Lord. He's actually in this safe space. In a way, it's like Govardhan, because we come here, we're safe. We can grow. We can truly grow. And unless we have our parents holding a space for us, we cannot grow. So Maharaj is bringing through our parents so we can grow. And then as we grow, we can be trusted. We can be trusted. The Lord trusts us more, to hold, to share his ecstasy. We receive that ecstasy because we've been through the clearing. He's seeing that we're coming under Govardhan Hill every day to take shelter of the word of the Lord through Maharaj. And we are being taken care of. We're not the doers, remember, Eric, but just being taken care of, shown the right directions individually for us. Mary is saying anatas, clear out our anatas. Is that what is that the word you're looking for? Yeah, that's another word. Yeah, absolutely. Clearing, I'm just saying, I must use all of them. As we sit safely in the kingdom of God, loosening our clothes, whilst we're hearing the word of God, sheltered by that vibration of absolute truth, our anatas can't live under that, because those anatas are all illusions, that we've created from this delusion. But yeah, and the more we get rid of the anatas, our hearts become soft. We become softer and kinder. we can look over people's offenses to us, or we think they're offenses. Sometimes, we just let them go. Sometimes it takes a bit longer, but in our family with us, we let them go more and more and more. And as others come and join more and more, they will go through the same thing as well. And it's working. I'm just going back to what you said here, Eric, not to move my body or to fidget, or that's just, it's like, what's that word? Savasana, where you just lie down and it's like you're dead. Well, actually, it's a great position. You can really go into it by going through each part of your body when you're lying on the ground, and actually not using your mind. It's not about using your mind. It's just about feeling. So you're feeling everything from your body, and you can start from where you want to, and you go through this. And I suggest you leave Maharaj's chanting on, and go through the body and ground yourself into the floor. Eventually, I don't know if this happens to you, Eric, but what happens is you can't feel your body. You cannot feel your body at all. And sorry, turn this off. Your body is stuck to the ground, and you can't say that's my arm stuck to the ground. You can't lift your arm, or you can't get up because you're stuck to the ground. That is an illusion. Think it's an illusion. I can't get up. I'm stuck to the ground. Of course you can get up. You can get up, but it's a great exercise. Deep. It's a really deeper, intense exercise for simple. That gives a lot of power. Actually, it gives a lot of power. So yeah. Okay, so that I know that because I've been practicing that for years. Because I am a yogi. I'm a transcendental yogi. Okay, I feel peace listening to you. It's very nice. I feel peace, Eric. Right now, I'm going to tell you. So what? I don't have pain too much because I've taken painkillers. I'm having hot sweats right now, hot to cold sweats. Yeah, and yeah, I've got something in my throat, but that's it, really. Okay. Being actually in this place, because before it was like being sick and being an illusion, and it's all temporary. I was very angry. I don't have any patience, lots of frustration, still now, but very little. And now I'm sicker than before. The body is sicker than before, and I'm only using those words. It's got diseases. It's got a lot of diseases in my body everywhere, and I'm more peaceful. I'm much happier. I'm more surrendered. I have much more faith. I have in the words of Maharaj. I know where I'm going. I know who I am. I know what I should be doing. Not should. I know what I am here to do. All of these things bring peace. They bring love, real love. You're receiving real love. So yeah, they bring the calmness. They bring all of those things that we love. But don't get me wrong. We are here to be ourselves. We are here. Hey, David. Hare Krishna. Welcome, Balaram. We're here to be ourselves, and we're learning to be that simultaneously as we let go of all of the illusions and delusions that we think are real. So I'm going to just say one more time, when you do yoga, sometimes you can really feel like a tree. Sometimes you can get so situated in your center that your feet are stuck to the floor. You can't move them, but you can move them. It's an illusion. There's so many illusions. We need to get used to these illusions and not identify, and to stop identifying with illusions. But the more we clear out our anartas, the more we can. And the other thing is, since I've been doing this with Maharaj, and I've been clearing out all of the illusions because I've been giving them power, my treatments work better. It's really nice. Works a lot better. I'm not in my head saying things like, oh, it's never going to work for you. Oh, you're really sick. All this kind of stuff that the false ego likes to torture us with. But it can carry on as long as you don't give it power, because if the power is huge, but then you take the power away and turn the tables to give your power to the Lord, well, Maharaj, the Lord through Maharaj and the devotees who are very, very ecstatic. And when you hear them, it's really worthwhile. You may not feel it, but it's the vibration of absolute truth is traveling into you. When you're ready at divine timing, things will happen. And I need to say this to myself, because if it doesn't happen, just shows my childish behavior. If it doesn't happen, I get a bit, what's the word? I think Lolita would know the right word. She said it. I think I get frustrated. My patience starts to drag and start to go back into the false ego. But we can soon come out as long as we keep listening. So Balaram is saying, and intentionally relax each muscle. Yes, absolutely, that's it. And this can take up to an hour. It can just take up to an hour, well, however long. I suggest, if you haven't done it before, to do it for about 5 or 10 minutes. Align each bone, and joint, and focus on the words you will hear in the scriptures. Absolutely. Because I for me now, I don't just want to do yoga. I don't just want to do this stuff because I want it to be filled with the word of God. And so having the Lord, having his words there with you, I mean, you can do it if you want to. I just think it's an added thing, really. So and these things work, and I really encourage you to try some of these things and how illusionary they are. Hopefully that can show you how much illusion. It's all illusion. So Nitai, Hare Krishna, you returned. Hare Krishna to you, Hare Bol. Params. And actually a lot of the things that I've been doing previously, going through clearing, they're much better. I can follow them better. I can do them better now. There's just so much more inspiration. That's life, man. We are inspired by the Lord so much now, and inspiration, that means actually you go and do it. It doesn't mean I was inspired, but you don't do anything. That's not, you weren't inspired because you didn't do anything at all. Maybe sometimes you don't. It's not always. That's what I feel, because now I'm inspired so much by things that come my way, and hearing I have with having an enlarged heart, having a damaged heart, having crap circulation, and breathlessness and all of these things. I do yoga. It's slow yoga. It's really slow yoga. It's not the big kind of doing positions yoga. It was never supposed to be like that anyway. We're supposed to go to a yoga class, I suppose, maybe not, but yoga for health and healing and deep in spiritualness, heading towards back to yoga. We need to learn illusions and learn, that it is an illusion through yoga. Learn, the colors. Sometimes you get colors when you do positions. Sometimes you can feel, when you do positions, you can feel the breath getting bigger and bigger. You can feel the space inside getting bigger. I can do some positions and I'm hurting here, just in my esophagus, and so I'll do a backward bend, which will pull this much more when I'm not in pain, and loosen it up. So I can feel, I've been doing this for 25 years now. And so I've been practicing a lot, and it works for me, and I love it. And I really wish I could do the big movements. I can't do them because of my damaged joints. But people can come to a yoga class, and the yoga teacher might decide, well, we're going to do this position today. And people are going to be going, oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. There's a way to do it. You build up to it. It's a journey to be able to do the position. You're gonna stretch muscles out and do certain things that you may not realize you're doing them to work up to the position. So you're stretching out all your muscles, having that focus, bringing that focus, like David was saying, and then you can do that position to a degree. Some people will be able to do it, probably Exactly. So it is a journey to doing those positions, and that's what we can do. And the great thing about and these are added helps, really. The great thing about but purification is the best one, that helps you be much more attentive than before, because you're getting more of Krishna, and you have the desire to want to be more attentive. These kind of yoga classes bring out the depth of stability and focus and strength, and some other things as well, but mainly strength and focus and stability, and that helps in your bhakti yoga. But certain types of yoga help you realize what this place is really. But yeah, it's great. So I've been using that for healing for quite a long time, because you can always do it. It always helps. It always works. So just keep practicing if you want. What was I saying? What brought me onto that? Yeah, the more you practice yoga, the more you see and feel what it does to you inside. It's like it's the same but different. Like when our relationship gets closer, with a little bit closer with Krishna, because of clearing, purification, you want it more. You have more desire. Same with yoga. The more you start feeling how it's doing things for you, the more you want to do it. And the trick is not to have is to just follow your breath, not to change your breath. Follow your breath, and then allow it to change in a way. You can get away from yoga where it's not so controlling, as well. So on that, I'm going to read from the about. Shall I read a book up here? So look, I don't know. Okay, I'm going to read this one. So it's the killing of the demon Putana, and I'll tell you again, but I'm going to start from text 9. I was on text 9. I offer my respectful obeisances to my spiritual master, Srila Guru Hari Das, the greatest spiritual master since time immemorial, because he is doing the greatest job since time immemorial, which is the finishing touch of this sequel movie in this planet universe, to bring this whole show. Excuse me. To bring this whole show to a closure. This is the last one. This is to get all the captives out, get them out. We now, are saving the captives more so than ever before, because we're clearing out everything that we had. And when we were captivated by this illusion, and we're actually imprisoned by this illusion. So now we have been getting that clearing out. We are coming back to save others. And whilst we're coming in here, we're protected, and we're not of this. Sorry, we're not in it. We're just of it. We're not actually in the drama anymore. Less and less and less. Yes, still, but less and less and less. So we are coming in to do that. So all glories to your lotus feet, Srila Guru Hari Das, for making transcendental warriors who can help free the captives, the real shepherds of the sheep. Once again, thank you, Srila Guru Hari Das, for reminding us who we are, for taking us home so we can be who we are. All glories to your lotus feet for guiding and sharing and showing and instructing and chastising and lifting and inspiring, rising me, your devotees, again and again and again and again, constantly every day, reminding us who we are when we couldn't hear because our ears were dirty, but reminding us again and again until they were cleaned, till that divine timing, and we could receive these words and really allow these words to nourish us, because we understand them conclusively. Not just we understand them conclusively, and we can be those words because we experience them. That's what makes it so much more conclusive, because you understand them, you experience the words, and boom, those words are you. So thank you for constantly reminding us again and again. That's what you're doing. The new devotees are coming, and you're constantly reminding them of who they are. Again, to those people who keep complaining about Maharaj saying the same thing again and again, we have to give. We have to give what the people need. As warriors of the Lord, as devotees of the Lord, we have to give the people what they need, and they just need to know. They're all in the illusion, playing in the illusion, completely blinded by it. We have to keep reminding them, keep doing this. Hopefully, somebody will come across our videos, people will come across them, and they'll find them interesting. This stuff is coming from our heart, where the Lord is residing, and it's for our benefits, and it works more than anything. And I have tried so many things. I've read so many different therapies, so many different things, and this path, out of every single path, everything I've done has worked for me, where I have grown. Things are working. And I gave you a list of what I was inspired, that I've received off Maharaj. And it's like there's never enough time or anything, to repay Maharaj with what he's doing, but I don't have to. Maharaj is paid by Krishna. He's paid with realizations and revelations and more of Krishna, more of the Lord, because he is everywhere. It's just we're blinded by the illusion. We don't see him. But as it is moving out the way more and more by clearing those strong words from Maharaj, just explode all of these anartas away and things. Balaram said, maybe you're losing your words because you're not chanting the names between the threads. I don't really like to do that all the time, Balaram. It's not something I really like to do. Maybe sometimes, but really just chanting. But thank you anyway. Train of thought, as you usually do, focus. Yeah, my focus. I'm not going to force myself to focus, Balaram, because I've naturally learned how to focus much more through clearing. And I want to focus much more. I want to be in spirit. I need to be who I am. And I'm not saying all of this is who I am and how I am, because I'm going to grow. I know I still have conditionings. I know I still have certain things that, are a bit difficult for others. But yeah, more and more things have happened because of focus. And it's because of Maharaj. In fact, everything is because of him. We just run to him. As soon as he's on, we just run to him. I get really angry. Well, inside, if I don't get on, I don't get there straight away. Things like that. He's so amazing. So, all glories to you, Maharaj. All glories to everything you have done, everything you have been doing, everything that you're going to be doing for everybody on this planet. And I feel confident. Thank you. I feel that my self-esteem has raised, my confidence definitely, my real self, growing up definitely. I'll give you an example that shocked me, because before I was like, I said things in front of children, usually my nieces and nephews, and things that they didn't need to hear, but I was just childish and stuck in my selfish, absorbed behavior because I was sick. Vulnerable, not vulnerable. What's that word? Maybe Mary knows. Self-absorbed. And now I'm like, you can't be doing that. You can't be shouting at, and if there's children around, you want to do things for everybody. You want to make sure they're safe. Becoming a mother. I'm not a mother. I haven't been a mother. Becoming a mother, being caring and kind and sharing and showing. And Maharaj, the greatest spiritual master, has taught me how to grow so I can be like this. And so I can show the Lord that he can trust me with himself. That's why the books are written in codes. They don't want any old person just looking at. And actually, what am I saying? All these people who have been reading the Vedas, you know, people like George Lucas and Tolkien and all these people. George Lucas did Star Wars, Tolkien did Lord of the Rings, people like that. They have done some things in their books from, but they don't understand. They don't understand because they didn't have a spiritual master to show them where what the codes are, you know, and help them purify. We have. We know more of the codes. We understand the codes because the Lord trusts us. Maharaj trusts us to take on board all of these realizations and allow them to just nourish the sweetness of this, just to nourish us. And I can't wait till I'm a devotee. Maybe not in this life because my body is not great. Is to polish. That's Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna to you, Prabhuji. So I can just serve, because the sweetness in serving, the nectar of serving somebody else with God, not just with other, you know, the daily things of life, but serving the Lord full time. Yes, lots of nectar. But anyway, it's been really great, and my glories always lay with Maharaj. At every point, I'm a witness for him, and I'll always, because I know who he is, because he's taught me how. I know who I am, and I can remember actually, and I know I'm doing my pranams, but hey, I'm sorry, got disrupted. So book, because somebody's going to call me again. I forgot. Where is it? Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Okay, so I said I was going to read Killing of the Demon Putana, and I'm going to start. Is this the right one? Oh, was it? Nope. Yeah, okay. So it's text 9. It's a Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 6. Chapter 6 and text 9. All glories to all exalted personalities. Putana, Rakshasi's heart was fierce and cruel, but she looked like a very affectionate mother. So they're just talking about Putana when she came into Vrindavan looking very lovely. Beautiful, sorry. Thus, she resembled a sharp sword in a soft sheath. Although seeing her within the room, Yashoda and Rohini, overwhelmed by her beauty, did not stop her, but remained silent because she treated the child like a mother. So they're all looking at this Putana, you know, they're just looking at the outside of her. You know, she looks really lovely. She looks, and they was like, wow. They were like overwhelmed. Like people are overwhelmed by this world, by people who look really lovely and look really nice. But we don't know we don't know what's going on inside with them, because Putana was a sharp sword in a soft sheath. So she was fierce, but she looked externally really lovely because she came there to kill Krishna. You know, so the mothers didn't say anything, you know, because she looked like a mother. She's so beautiful. But people do that all the time. They are manipulated by people who look good, who talk well, who have a nice presentation with some nice paraphernalia, but inside they have black hearts, you know, and they're actually there to do dangerous things to us and not very nice things, to manipulate us and lie to us, you know, and just take us away from who we are. And that's what they do. And the whole world's like this, actually. Okay. On that very spot, the fiercely dangerous Rakshasa, I think that's how you say it, took Krishna on her lap and pushed her breast into his mouth. The nipple of her breast was smeared with a dangerous, immediately effective poison. But the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, becoming very angry at her, took hold of her breast, squeezed it very hard with both hands, and sucked out both the poison and her life. Unbearably pressed in every vital point, the demon Putana began to cry, "Please leave me, suck my breast no longer," perspiring, her eyes wide open, and her arms and legs flailing. I don't know that word, flailing. She cried out very loudly again and again. As Putana screamed loudly and forcibly, the earth with its mountains and outer space with its planets trembled, while the lower planets and all directions vibrated, and all people fell down, fearing that thunderbolts were falling upon them. It was just Putana's scream. In this way, the demon Putana, very much aggrieved because her breast was being attacked by Krishna, lost her life. O King Parikshit, opening her mouth wide and spreading her arms, legs, and hair, she fell down in the pasturing ground in her original form as a Rakshasa, as Vitrasura has fallen when killed by the thunderbolt of Indra. I'm going to read that one again. In this way, the demon Putana, very much aggrieved because her breast was being attacked by Krishna, lost her life. O King Parikshit, opening her mouth wide and spreading her arms, legs, and hair, she fell down in the pasturing ground in her original form as a Rakshasa, as Vitrasura had fallen when killed by the thunderbolt of Indra. O King Parikshit, when the gigantic body of Putana fell to the ground, it smashed all the trees within a limit of 12 miles. Wow. Appearing in a gigantic body, she was certainly extraordinary. The Raksasa's mouth was full of teeth, each resembling the front of a plow. Her nostrils were deep like mountain caves. Her breasts resembled big slabs of stone fallen from a hill. Her scattered hair was the color of copper. The sockets of her eyes appeared like deep, blind wells. Her faithful thighs resembled the banks of a river. Her arms, legs, and feet seemed like big bridges, and her abdomen appeared like a dried up lake. The hearts, ears, and heads of the coward men and women were already shocked by the Rakshasa screaming, and when they saw the fierce wonder of her body, they were even more frightened. Without fear, the child Krishna was playing on the upper portion of Putana, Raksasa's breast. And when the gopis saw the child's wonderful activities, they immediately came forward with great jubilation and picked him up. Thereafter, Mother Yashoda and Rohini, along with the other elderly gopis, waved about the switch of a cow to give full protection to the child Sri Krishna. The child was thoroughly washed with cow's urine, and then smeared with the dust raised by the movements of the cows. The different names of the Lord were applied with cow dung on 12 different parts of his body, beginning with the forehead, as done in applying tilak. In this way, the child was given protection. The gopis first executed the process of, I don't know what this is, akama. Does anybody know what that is? Akama. Drinking a sip of water from the right hand, they purify their bodies and their hands with the Nasya mantra. I think that's how you say it. I've not seen that word before. And then applied the same mantra upon the body of the child. Sukadev Goswami informed Maharaj Praksit that the gopis following the proper system protected Krishna, their child, with this mantra. May Aja protect your legs. My Maniman, protect your knees. Yagana, your thighs. Achuta, the upper part of your waist. And Harigriva, your abdomen. May Kesava, protect your heart. Isha, your chest. The sun god, your neck. Vishnu, your arms. Ukura, your face. And Ishvara, your head. May Chakri protect you from the front. May Sri Hari, Gadahari, the carrier of the club, protect you from the back. And may the carrier of the bow, who is known as the enemy of Madhu and Lord Arjuna, the carrier of the sword, protect your two sides. May Lord Urugeya, the carrier of the conch shell, protect you from all corners. May Upendra protect you from above. May Garuda, may Garuda protect you on the ground, and may Haladadhari, I think that's how you say it, the supreme person protect you on all sides. Let's have a look. Okay. Chilama. Welcome. Hare Krishna. Mary saying Gora Hare Dari live. I'm going to be off in about 2 minutes. In fact, now I'm going to go off. I have a call. That's going to be 30 minutes, so that's great. David failing, waving short. I don't know what that means. I was just reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, about Putana. That's what I was reading, and how she kind of deceived the mothers and the gopis by walking into Vrindavan dressed as somebody really, really beautiful, so she could, walk in really easily, and people could be actually overwhelmed and amazed by her beauty. And because they are amazed by her beauty, they allowed her to go and try to kill Krishna. But we know that will never happen, and Krishna is win-win, whatever age he is, baby, toddler, young boy. Is always win-win. And but this happens in the world where people just overwhelm people with just the way they look. You can see with and it's because of all the paraphernalia, and now these days it's going even further with the what do they call them? I forgot. The things that they put on people's faces to make them look more beautiful, all of those things. And loads of makeup. I mean, it's ridiculous, just to make people look beautiful. And that is not beauty. Beauty is in the heart. Beauty comes from the unpurified, clean, clear heart where the Lord resides. Our beauty is His beauty, from His words that are so powerful. Because we feel them. That's why we have ecstasy. We feel the Lord's presence, and we feel His joy and His pleasure. More so. It's only us and the things that we still have attachments to in our mind that might, we may not see it, we may not understand it until, we let those attachments go once and for all. So today I've been reading Putana story. Yeah. So just remember, people can look really nice and you can get mesmerized by them. But when you get to know them, and you really get to know what they're up to, then it changes. People are like that here a lot in this world, because they haven't got no relationship with the Lord. They've got no connection. So they have to be, they've got to do what they got to do. And they're all trying to want to be God, because they're all trying to do everything themselves. However, with lying and cheating and manipulation and all sorts of things, hypocrisy, that's the main one, with all of those things and lots of material paraphernalia to try and get you to come under their narrative. And people are. And the other thing is, there are so many narratives. There are so many narratives of different demons that people are following. And, it's only because we don't have the strength of the Lord, and have that protection. We don't have to, we can see them for what they are, really, more so than ever before. And I'm sure more as well. As our relationship, this grows with the Lord. We grow individually and we grow together and we grow as a collective family as well. And so we in our Sangha, we're not just doing, charity begins at home now. We're doing this because, well, I know I'm doing this because I want to help others as well, because I'm helping myself and I want to help others. It's really nice. Everybody wants to help others. I only want to help people with absolute truth, our eternal path. I'm not really bothered about people's goals on this world. I got told off by this guy from Nigeria the other day because I wouldn't give him money. And he said to me, you don't know God. You're not a godly person just because I wouldn't give him any money. But anyway, thank you very much. I'm going to go now. And thank you very much. Just say to Balaram that the only reason why I don't do that kind of chanting, stopping and starting, Maharaj said he didn't like it a while ago, so I don't do it. That's the only reason why I don't do that. Was it? I don't know what that word is, Balaram. Flaling. Waving about. Don't know. Sorry. Thank you very much. Thank you to Mary, Lalita, we have Palesh. Thank you very much, Balaram. Thank you so much, Nitai Chandra. Thank you. Eric Woody. Eric, please return. If you like it, return. And especially when, sometimes we can't be, when we're in that mood, we just want to stay away, but try. Don't let that false ego win. You actually know what's benefit for you. You says, I like it when I come here and listen. And even when you like it, so keep coming. Be kind to yourself, because that's what it's about. We need to be kind to ourselves. I'm just learning that at 51. And it's really nice, actually. It's really nice being kind and patient and soft to oneself. And I do always ask that question. How would you give advice to somebody, your friend, who's in the same situation as you're, feeling frustrated and sad? That is a really, really, really good one. Okay, so thank you to Shamagori, Lalita Ganga, Jugal Krishna Das, Fanny. I don't think these people are here, but anyway, I'm gonna say thank you to you. Thank you very much. This is Yamuna, what is it, Yamuna? River Yamuna coursing Devi Das. Thank you very much. I'll see you in class with Maharaj. Bye.